the Supreme Court has declined to review a decision by the 7th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals that would basically involve a case where Illinois would block people from taping police officers. So Illinois is one of the few states that attempted to pass such a law, and in fact they were the strictest about it. If you were caught taping a police officer without his consent, you could face 15 years in prison as a result. Now, of course, I thought of this as a way of intimidating people. Okay, don't hold cops accountable. If you catch them in an act of brutality, well, that's just too bad. We don't want evidence of it, so let's just shut you down right away. But I like that the Supreme Court has declined to listen to this case, or because of the fact that the Court of Appeals had already made the decision that such a law is unconstitutional. It violates the First Amendment.
Right. This is the core of the First Amendment. It's the core of our Constitution, really. What it does is it allows you to hold the government accountable, right? And so if you're filming the cops and they're doing their public job in a public sphere, well, obviously you have a right to do that. And obviously, as Anna said, the reason Illinois and places like, I think, Massachusetts passed these laws was to protect the cops when they were doing something wrong, right? Now, oftentimes the cops will arrest you anyway. They'll say interfering with a police investigation, public disorder, etc. They'll put that on your record. Yeah, they'll drop the charges later, but it seems like you're the one at fault and you have to go through this whole hassle and possible legal fees. So it's not like this is the end of cops harassing people for taping them, but at least it's a great step in the right direction. Now, I would have preferred the Supreme Court took the case and ruled on it in the right direction, but it's okay. The 7th District Court decision stands when the Supreme Court does not take the case.
Exactly.
And that decision was really good, saying that we do have a right to actually have a check on our own police officers.
Absolutely. And it's important because when you think about it, these individuals get paid with taxpayer money. And as a public servant, they should be held accountable if they're doing something wrong. And oftentimes we do these stories of police brutality and it seems like we do them often, but it's always existed, obviously, but we never had like a real record to point to prove it. So now that we have the technology to prove it, I think that it's a great thing. It's not to say that all cops are, doing these horrible things and we need to look out and make sure that we're like their cops, but whenever it does happen, they should face consequences for it.